around so you can see what other members get up to. Chance for people to go up and do, as I say, 5 minutes about what you do. Something to think about. No? Brilliant. If anything occurs to you, feel free to pop them in emails to us, and we'll, if anything comes up that you can think of, just let us know. Fantastic. Who wants to be next? Who else? There was a Wendy, you'd be brave enough?
Goodness, we had a very big, lively discussion
We did.
about who's a member and who's not a member. We just said, are there any significant organisations or people who are missing from CSEC membership, and how would we get them to become members? It's felt that existing members could promote to others in their areas. We know there's a geographical spread around where coordinators are based, and then big gaps where there are no members. Not everybody was aware that the membership was free, and now we know that, so people can promote it knowing that there isn't a cost attached. There was a discussion that there may be other safety centres that we're missing. The Parent-Teacher Association is missing, because obviously they fund your membership. So after a lot of discussion, I think the action point is that all of us who have contacts, so people who know about the gas companies, the electricity companies, the fire services, schools, etc., should share that information so that there's a database set up where CSEC can perhaps invite people to come on board and be members.
Right, some excellent ideas there for Ryan's getting all the things from this one. Lots of things that you can take on board. I'll take these papers in just a little minute, just so we've got a paper copy of that, because this is really useful stuff for us, and I hope it's been useful for you as well. Brilliant. The last session, who was the Jill? Yeah, sorry.
We started off talking about the workplace hazard awareness course, WAC, which Irish Rector wrote in with the HSC in 2006-07, which is of course free, as everybody knows, and the assessment's free as well. About 50,000 young people take it so far. Usually taught in year 9 and 10 as part of PSHE, or as part sometimes of a college induction. For example, at Stevenson's College in Derbyshire, it's taught as part of a sort of 2 or 3 day general induction, which also includes speed dating actually as part of that programme. And really we're looking for more practical activities. There is one, there's lots of things in the programme, but one of the practical activities they do at the moment is doing a tour of their school, because often young people don't see their school as a workplace, and they go around looking for hazards, and then sometimes this makes them really unpopular with the caretaker afterwards, and they present them with this list, and they have to sort of, make suggestions. But it sort of does empower them to sort of see their workplace school from a different point of view. Then we talked about work placements. Are they up to speed on young persons' regulations? The need to plan work experience to make it interesting. That placements perhaps need to be better prepared for young people going out on work experience. And Cassius mentioned ROSPA and how you had an application process and induction, and then feedback as well. We discussed about the need to measure the impact of work experience as well, and this is sometimes lacking, because when children have finished work experience, they go back into school, and because they're in a different class, and you're moving on, so you lose all that, feedback really that could really help, and that would help evaluate the experience. And we could also use perhaps some of this feedback to develop into case studies, really. That would be really helpful. So that's trying to tap into that. And then we talked about the need to help young people appreciate consequences. And we referred back to the model we heard right at the beginning about behaviour, knowledge, attitudes and perception that they've used in Staffordshire for the firework awareness, and how to try and build that in to any sort of case studies. We also mentioned Jenny McWhirter's draw things about risk perception, which is really good. And I mentioned also I've done some work earlier in the year on trying to get young people to say what they meant by risk. I 705 people in the sample, young people in the sample, and most of them would say, oh no, risk, it's dangerous, it might have nothing to do with it, which is what we're trying to overcome, and it's trying to get to the next stage to overcome this feeling that risk means you can't do it, So if anyone's got any case studies or ideas, we could develop into scenarios or for lessons, then I'd be very pleased to receive them. And I'll have to publish them through eventually.
Excellent, thank you very much. Brilliant. Right, we've still got a glaring gap. Anybody got anything they want to put up there? Or we can just run through, we can have 2 discussion groups, no problem. Does anybody want to continue discussion they were having earlier? Or are you quite happy? Right, brilliant. unless anybody comes up with anything else. No? We have, Tristan is disappeared.
Shall I go for it?
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks. Through in the marquee, what should the future financial model be for CSEC? So how are we going to make ourselves self-sustainable in a financial way? Ideas would be very useful for that. And in here, Jason, where are you? You can read your small writing. Training support day organised by CSEC for practitioners. How to engage parents.
Evaluation and financial advice.
Thank you. Deep in conversation. So that one will be going on in here, and we'll give you about 10-15 minutes again. And if I could have those pieces of paper that you wrote on, that'd be very helpful. Thank you.
Training sessions.
Yeah, and you were saying about Wendy, because obviously Wendy's experience with parents, it would be really good if there was a training day around and people would look at how to engage parents, inviting Wendy along and
Really good discussion at lunchtime.
We were saying at lunchtime, we did Child Safety Week and we wanted to engage parents and get parents to come along to Wendy was saying to her, saying to her safety centre, and that we couldn't get them. Wendy was saying, well, you're probably going about it the wrong way, and there's people in the CSEC already who could do the training if CSEC could bring them together.
formalise it.
Yeah.
We've got solicitors in our membership, so they could
Yeah.
bring in any training on this, some legal matters, or they could give a brief whistle-stop tour of responsibilities. So it's that kind of idea. Get your thoughts, if that would be useful. What direction it would look like, what would it look like, where would it go?
Are you envisaging that individual members would pay for that service, or that CSEC would?
I would almost say, would it be a day like this? So it's like you'd invite, I'm picking on you, Wendy. So you'd have, say, 5 workshops, 6 workshops, and saying it's a training day.
Yeah.
It's not a general meeting. It's actual training day in this area. If you want to know more about how to engage with parents or adults, Wendy. If you want to find out more about financial support, get a ROSPA finance officer down here or something about how to do books, how to do accounting. If you want some overview of legal responsibilities, marketing.
Social networking, Twitter.
So yeah,
We could do Facebook.
so IT support. So probably a day like this, but formalised into training kind of.
So you sign up before for a specific, like we signed up for the workshops because they were only half an hour. It's not really enough time, but we actually had a specific person to come and to say, so you'd have to sign up before, and we'd have to say, well, we need at least 5 people or 6 people, I guess, to.
It'd be a 2-hour workshop, would be a half-day workshop. I'm not sure how. That's why the question was quite difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because it was. But yeah, so it's just get thoughts. What would be useful? What would people find useful? Would that be useful?
I think we've all as well got going to have budgetary difficulties. Personally, if the sessions are free and organised by CSEC, I'm sure a lot of organisations will be happy to pay for their own lunches and that sort of thing. So,
and if you say it's going to cost £10 or something, people would do
something
it
nominal,
later.
that's right.
But
Yeah.
if it's,
Yes.
for me to suddenly say, another